Hey everyone, welcome back to Bryan's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. Today we are going to be talking about the sad disappearance of Ian O'Brien. He grew up in Roxbury, New York, and he was spending the last 6 years of his life in southwest Colorado. His partner, Beth Henshaw, also moved to Page, Arizona. They were doing just absolutely great. They decided to go on this camping trip in June of this year of 2023 on the west side of La Plata Mountains in Colorado here in the United States. On June 24th of 2023, Ian decided to set out alone to scout a route to the summit of Hesperus Mountain, which I'm going to have pictures of. This is a picture of Ian when he was kayaking. He was a very, very intelligent young man. When he reached the summit of the mountain, he sent a picture of himself at the summit to his partner, Beth, at roughly 6 p.m. Unfortunately, when he did not return that evening, both Beth and many of his friends became very worried. They eventually called the authorities, which initiated the search and rescue. Ian, who was a former field guide for Open Sky Wilderness Therapy and Camp Counselor, which is a team that helps youth in learning about the mountains and various such things. He was very experienced in this area, and he was very familiar with the rugged terrain surrounding Hesperus Mountain. They, of course, started a massive search and rescue. Unfortunately, the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office, they had to suspend the official search on June 28th. Unofficially, the search lasted another 11 days. Between 25 and 80 volunteers came out to help look for him in this very overgrown wilderness. Let's just take a look at some of the pictures of the area. These are some pictures of the area where he was hiking at the time. I'm going to have another map coming up right here just to give you an idea of where he went missing, and ultimately the search was centered around. Like I said, unfortunately, throughout all those searches, nothing was found. According to Jerry McBride of the Durango Herald, the unofficial search for Ian O'Brien was continued by friends and community members. These are some pictures of the area and the Montezuma search and rescue team that were out looking for him during the original search. After even the continued search efforts by the friends and family, they were unable to find Ian or any trace of him in this mountainous area. These are some pictures of what he was wearing during that time. He was only 28 years old, a big man. He was 6'4", 187 pounds. These are some pictures of his friends and family that continued the search despite the fact that the official search had been called off. They, of course, went to the media asking for help at the time because they had no other options. They had no idea what could have possibly happened to their friend during this hike. It was something that he was familiar with, like I've said. This area, though, is very treacherous. It's a very high peak in this part of the La Plata Mountains in Colorado. Here are some more pictures of what it might look like in the summertime. It was amazing, the search and rescue efforts that his friends and family, as well as other authorities and groups that were in the area, continued to search for him. That was until September of this year, 2023, when two fishermen located the remains of which they didn't know. It ultimately ended up being the remains of Ian O'Brien that they had found. Ian O'Brien's body was discovered in an area that had been searched extensively by all the search and rescue teams. One explorer said that the water levels that had reached somewhere between 3 and 4 feet had obscured his remains from view until the runoff levels had declined. There was absolutely no way, quote unquote, that they would have been able to see him at that time. Spokesman for the search and rescue said that she had suspected that O'Brien had died roughly around 8 p.m. on the evening of June 24th. It's impossible to say what exactly happened. In a brief interview with the Durango Herald, O'Brien's sister Kelsey O'Brien said that they were just absolutely devastated, but at the same time relieved because they could start having that closure and beginning to heal. The question still remains, what happened to Ian O'Brien on that fateful day? He was experienced, he knew the terrain, he knew where he was going, he was just trying to scout out a new trip. Maybe it's possible he just slipped and fell. It's interesting that he ended up in this area where the fishermen found him called the Echo Basin, which I'll have a map up right here. This is Hesperus Mountain, and the area with the red dot is where his remains were ultimately located. So what happened to Ian? How did this experienced hiker just go missing and end up somewhere so far away? This man was in his late 20s. He was very experienced. He was in great shape. He knew the area. It is a miracle that eventually they were able to find his body. At the same time, it's also curious as to what happened to him. He was going out to scout a particular trail on this mountain. Something happened. I really hope that the family is healing. I know that they are grateful to all the search and rescue teams, including the Montezuma County Search and Rescue, as well as all of the family members and friends that continued to search after the official search had ended. I just hope and pray that the family will find closure, that they will begin to heal, and my thoughts and prayers go out to Ian, all his friends and family, everyone who knew and loved him, all the search and rescue efforts, all his friends and family that continued to search for him after the search had been officially called off. I'd like to dedicate this video to Ian O'Brien, his family, his friends, the search and rescue teams, everybody that worked and prayed, tried bringing him home, and eventually found him, the two fishermen that did find him. I just pray and hope for the family that they will be able to find peace with this and know that their son and loved one was a wonderful individual. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all your feedback, your support, your comments, anything you have that you might feel might make the channel better. Leave me a comment or send me an email. All that will be in the description. Special thank you to co.ag for providing the background music. Hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with me till the end. I hope everyone is doing well. I really appreciate all your support and feedback and comments. If you'd like to leave a donation to the channel, I'll have all that information in the description. Everything goes such a long way, and I really appreciate anything, $1, $2, $5, whatever you could donate. It really does make all the difference. If you have any case suggestions, I will do my best to cover them in order when I receive them. I am going through all of your emails. I will cover all of the cases that you have sent to me. I appreciate that. If you have any calendar pick submissions, I am doing a merch calendar for next year. 6 months of those pictures will be covered by you guys that you send to me, and the others will be covered by me. I know a lot of this is redundant and you've already heard this. I just wanted to let those know. If you haven't already subscribed, I would ask you to please consider subscribing. It's free, and I will always do my best to cover whatever videos you have in mind, or any case suggestions, or any things that might make the channel better. If you want to be entered into this month's coin giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment saying that you want to be entered into the coin giveaway, maybe suggesting a case or comment on the video, anything that you would like. Alright everybody, that's it for today's video. I really appreciate you all watching, and I really hope that you will continue watching. If there's anything I can do to improve the channel, please let me know. I appreciate all your feedback. See you in the next video. Take care.